Is this you on the highway? What is up, guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to go over the common problem of when you're driving at highway speeds and your car's shaking, your steering wheel's going like this, or you have pulsing in your brakes. Let's do it. Symptoms of the car. This isn't the car it was happening to. It was happening to a 2004 CR-V. You get in the car, it drives perfect. It drives smooth as can be. Nothing at all is wrong with it, at all. But then when it heats up or it's a hot day, you get up to like 50 miles an hour, 60 miles an hour, everything goes crazy. The wheel starts going like this. It starts shaking. You put your hand on it, it's shaking. It feels like it's breaking down on the highway. You slow down, at that point, it's smooth again. But when you push the brakes, you get a little bit of little resistance, little pulse. That's a good word for it, a little pulse. But not all the time. There were a couple months in the winter time where it completely went away. We didn't know what it was. Had us mind blown. Let me show you a couple things you can check real quick. First thing you want to do is to check your tire. If you got a problem where it only shakes like mine when it gets warmed up, you might want to drive it around, let it get warmed up. Then take your vehicle somewhere where you can check the tire. If you got access like this where you can reach up in there, feel all around the tire, back in there, back and forth. And you want to feel for raised choppiness. It's called a chopped tire. That can cause vibrations and noise, any kind of deformation, bubbles, things like that. If you don't have access, you might have to take the wheel off. Second thing you want to check for is your brakes. Easiest way to do that, if there's a problem, there's probably heat. Just go to each side and check it. Should be kind of warm. Go to each one. If you have one that's hot, you've got a problem. It's probably with your brakes. That's what I found when I came back. One of them was scalding hot. It could be that your actual rotor is warped, and then the caliper that sits on it, as it's spinning in the caliper, it's like bouncing around, rubbing in there, causing the thing to vibrate. Or two, you could have a rotor out of round, which the rotor's misshaped, it's causing it to vibrate. You can fix these problems by getting new rotors or having them shaved down, milled down, resurfaced, whatever you call it. But what I've noticed is there's two guide pins, one at the top, one at the bottom of the caliper, and there's a piston in the middle. Went to remove the first bolt out of the guide pin, it came out really easy. The bottom one is completely seized. The bolt will not come out of the back bottom side of it. There's a little trick to where you can take off to get access to look around what's going on. I've already removed the rear brake pad to make it easy. I can pull that open. Watch the tension in your brake line when you're doing that. Now I can get access to all that stuff in there. Take out that brake pad. Now I'm just left with the rotor and the caliper and the bracket. I'm going to inspect the actual rotor and see if it has any warping that I can tell by hand. We're going to go ahead and take off this bracket, the caliper. We're going to check to see if this piston is seized, which usually they're not, but it can be a possibility. And then we're going to put a new rotor on there. There's two bolts in the back to hold it on. Go ahead and take that off. And this is the one that's seized inside of it. To remove the rotor, I use an impact screwdriver. When you hit it with a hammer, it delivers a small little wiggle to the left or to the right. See, as I push it in, it turns. Give it a couple whackings. Now I'm going to remove the cap for the brake fluid. I'm going to push the piston in. When I do, the brake fluid is going to rise. I need space for that air to move so I can come up. Usually I take the caliper, the bracket wouldn't be on here, it's just stuck. And I take a C-clamp and a piece of metal and I tighten it up and I push this piston back into the caliper. That resets it so you can get big old brake pads, new brake pads in there, put it back on the wheel. But the piston is seized, which means this brake is stuck on, it's not working, it's failing. Plus we've got a broken guide pin over here that's seized up. So this thing is absolute garbage, gotta go. It's ruining gas mileage, it's digging into the rotor, it's making the rotor hot and warped, it's making the car shake, it's ruining the brake pads, all the way around, bad news, gotta go. $63 at AutoZone. Brand new caliper. Same deal, I took one bolt out of the top. I'm gonna fly that open just a little bit, put it around there and put these two bolts to hang it back on. New brake pads. And put that bolt back in there. The tricky part, I'm going to take off the hose right here off the old caliper and put it onto the new one, but it's going to have brake fluid coming out of it while I do it, so I got to be really quick on this part. She's installed. I forgot to hit record, but it wasn't too bad. It just slowly kind of dripped out of there. Forgot to mention, as I put these parts on, I soak them all down front and back, in and out with brake cleaner. 3 more things I got to do. 1, I got to bleed the brakes. I got somebody step on the brakes while I loosen this and let it spit out air until just brake fluid is coming out. 2, got to check the brake fluid in the engine bay. And 3, put the wheel on and go try it out. Start the car. Hit the brake. You hitting it? Yeah, keep pumping them. Push all the way down, hold it all the way down. All right, let go. Push it all the way down and let it go 3 more times. Now push it all the way down, hold it down again. Hold it down. Let me know when it's held down. One last tip, I like to put anti-seize on my bolts, on my threads. If you don't know me. Nice and smooth again. I did that build video about a week ago. It's been on a car ever since. It's beautiful. If you liked the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you didn't like the video, check out the other people on my channel called Bad Mofos. Hours and hours of fun. Make sure you subscribe for notifications on future videos. All kinds of other cool ones down there. Hey guys, thanks for watching. That's all I have for today. Take care. Later. Peace.